Well, pull up, hop out, make it look sexy. On the thing,
Man, my wife love that song. Like, I'm singing that. I'm gonna make it look sexy. How about pull out, make it look sexy.
Oh, that's the joint.
Hey, Kendrick a fool, man.
Hey.
I was like, he a fool with this one.
All right. What up, Facebook Live, everyone? We inviting some people to the page. Y'all invite some folks. I know y'all sitting down eating, counting eggs, catching eggs, maybe hatching some eggs. Ain't no telling. Y'all make sure y'all invite your folks. You know what I'm saying? Bong. Get a couple people in here. Fuser, what up, boy? Yeah. City. Pull up. Hop out. Yeah, make it sexy.
I'm sure to combo.
Cheers, carbonates too.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. We're going to start out with the station ID. And put this here. Y'all get to see the inside. Check out the studio. Bow. Y'all get to see all that.
WKRP.
Cincinnati.
Scare y'all, my bad. Signal coming in?
Yeah. I'm let's see. There we go.
That one was tripping. So the next nearest one, there's some underneath there, and then there should be one over there.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mess with nothing.
No, you're good, but you can also, if you want, since your stuff is USB, you can plug it in the back of that mini, any one of those minis. There's some extra USB slots back there. Yeah, so you can plug it in there.
There you go.
I don't know.
There's that Italian.
He's anti-Apple, man.
Anti-Apple, man. Especially the world you live in, the stuff
Right.
He just
Tech-
missed
tech
Steve
is all
Jobs,
Apple.
that's all, man.
Check is all
He
Apple.
missed Steve Jobs. See, man, after Steve Jobs, Apple is none.
Make it look sexy.
Steve Jobs Apple is nothing.
They'll be a way more advanced stuff.
Oh no, I believe that. That I do believe.
We all know that.
Yeah,
though,
we
you
know
what I
that.
mean?
Oh yeah.
We would have like.
Ain't no telling what he had
have,
like that he just didn't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? That
Because he's the reason why we have half of the stuff what we have.
Yeah,
right now.
I mean,
he like I can't tell y'all all my secrets.
Before Steve Jobs, we didn't think about cell phones in the way we do.
No.
Cell phones were just to make a phone call. But now he's integrated. I know, right?
Right.
Now cell phones are like, we don't even use house phones anymore. Just about we do everything on our phones. So I just thought that was extremely interesting. I watched this documentary, man.
Not only that, like even with the computer, just simple things like before Steve Jobs, we didn't think of different fonts.
No, yeah, we didn't.
You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah.
Just simple stuff like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
GUI. You know, all of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're absolutely right
that
about
dude
that.
was he was the Da Vinci of our time.
Sure was, man.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
He was.
What up, party people?
All right, let me let y'all do your thing. Keep you on time. All right.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the station ID and just introduce yourself. Tell everyone where you at, and you'll say you're in tune with T-Mill. All right. Yeah.
I am Johnny Quatre, and I am at the Maitland Conservatory, and I am in tune with T-Mill right now.
Tell us why you're here.
And I am here to talk about Giallo Gumbo, I believe. A little something I've been working on for the past, I guess, 3 years.
Giallo Gumbo. All right. I was trying to figure out how to say it earlier too. So that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
It's different ways you can say it, but the easiest way is Giallo. It's straight. It's like yellow.
All right.
Yellow. There you go.
Cool. And I'm gonna move this mic back just a little bit so I don't have it all on you. So you good because it'll pick you up where you
Okay,
at.
cool.
So you can get relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Sit back,
Right.
relax. You good because the mic will pick you up, make it look sexy. Y'all see, I got Jimmy in the building. You know what I'm saying? Hey, had to travel to the waters of Lake Minnetonka on Cloud Gumbo. You know what I'm saying, to get them out here. Y'all see where we at, and we're about to get this thing started. All right. Make sure everybody in the chat room, make sure y'all ask questions, share the video, and invite people to come watch. Come watch the live video. Y'all know how we do it. It's Sunday. It's Easter, so here we go.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Welcome everyone to another edition of In Tune with T Mill. I'm your host, T Mill, live from the Rocket City. You will now be encouraged and entertained. Nothing will change until you change something. We are here to change the status quo. And just as I'm thinking about this and I'm about to introduce, I also want to stop to tell you guys happy Easter, wish you guys a happy Easter. Listen, it's all about the kids, man, because I know everybody's got their reasons of why we should talk about Easter, why we shouldn't do this on Easter, what's the meaning of Easter, and all this nonsense. But to get the kids out, to give the kids an excuse to have fun, that's what Easter is about. So happy Easter, man. Make sure y'all save me a plate. You know what I'm saying? If you found any money in your eggs, it belongs to me, regardless of what they told you. And we are here live at the Maitland Conservatory with some special guests to talk about Giallo. Did I say that right?
Giallo
Gumbo. Giallo Gumbo. Let's get that cover again. You know what I'm saying? Right there. Bang. Check that out. Man, make it look sexy. I gotta turn the light on. You know what I'm saying?
Make it look sexy.
There you go. There you go. Make it look sexy. There you go. Oh, let me do the pop filter on that. Check that out. The pop. Woo! Facebook with them filters, all right? What up, Ron? So we're here to talk with a couple guys, and I want to introduce our guest today. You guys know Jimmy is in the building. Also, I have one more guest with me. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? It's Johnny Quattray.
All right.
Yep.
Now that sound like a man, that sound like a famous like one of them 90s shows, you know what I'm saying? Like a famous like just Super Cop or something, you know what I'm saying? Like Johnny Quattray or something. Maybe I'm thinking about Johnny Quest. And it just sound like this name sound gangster.
Anybody Johnny I have been compared to, I've been Johnny Quest, I've been Johnny Cash, I've been Johnny Five, Johnny Be Bad, Johnny Be Good, Johnny Taylor, all of them, man. So
John is a good name.
Yeah, so,
John is a good name.
Hey, I get it from my pop, man. Rest in peace. You know, to him.
Well, that's a good name, man, and perfectly so for what we're here today to talk about, man. So we're here to talk about Giallo Gumbo. And for those that don't know, and for those that are watching, tell us what Giallo Gumbo is.
Giallo Gumbo is a manga that I've been working on since I started when I was doodling in Johnson High School.
Shout out to J.O. Jaguars, baby.
Shout out. I started just doodling there, and it's a horror manga that has more of an urban twist to it. It's more of a it's different from anything people has quite seen. It's got a lot of hip hop influence. That the elements of it is horror, but I tried to keep it more I guess down home
in an urban world. Is this a horror that takes place in a in an urban setting?
Describe it to me, I would tell people, think of it as The Wire meets Tales from the Hood.
Wow.
Bring those two together with a little bit of, I guess, X-Men-ish type feel to it. But other than that, those are the best way to pretty much describe it. If I were going to put it in a category, that would be the two categories I'll put it in. Because it's not really about a certain character. It's more ensemble of characters that I have created, and they tell these stories about their lives and about other characters' lives that come across, and you know, it does revolve around one main character, but she's meets these other characters where they all come to these like stories. Some of them are terrifying, some of them are funny, some of them are, you know, like more just like straight crime fiction.
Okay,
it just depends on what's going on. But the main
now, is the main character, is that the lady on the front?
She
the girl
is
on the front?
The main character.
Without giving anything away,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, see, that's the thing. It's so much going on. I don't want to give it all away, but she's what I would call the cover girl.
Okay, gotcha.
That's Earth Girl.
Okay. And she bad, you know what I'm saying? Check her out, man. Like, if y'all listening to the podcast, y'all can't see the pictures just yet. So y'all have to log on to see the pictures, man. Yeah. Because we watching it live.
You
now,
from the back, too. Man. That's her on the
back.
back.
That's show the other. Make it look sexy.
Yeah, man, make it look sexy.
Man, and now you also mentioned that, well, before I ask that, because I was going to ask about the characters. Why a comic? You know, why a, you know, in in an age where we're on demand, and I want to play devil's advocate because I know the answer, but I want to ask anyway. In an age where everything is on demand and everyone's going through their phones and so on and so forth, a lot of us may not be aware of the following that comics still have in that world. But some of us, you know, we may think, oh man, that doesn't exist anymore, or where did they go? Because maybe the books stores closed down, or maybe somebody tried to run their car through them like they did the Deep over here on the Parkway. They ran a car through it a couple weeks ago.
What?
Yeah. Somebody crashed. Well, the dude had a seizure, I think, and he crashed his car into the front of the comic book store. I thought it was over.
He wasn't trying to bust in there.
No. Yeah, you know,
Still,
yeah.
Get them $200 Gundam figures.
Yeah, he had a seizure and ran his car straight through the front. They got to pick the video online and everything. You can see the video. You know what I'm saying? Bam, make it look sexy. So, and for those people that think that that it may not exist anymore, or you know why comic books are still coming out, or you know why do a comic? You know what would you say to that? Why do a comic?
Well, I've been a geek all my life, so why? The honest truth of why I chose a comic, because I was doing this, started off as a comic, like I said, this is back in 2003 when I first started even thinking about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing it then, and I left it alone, and I wrote it as a movie script. Because I got into filming, and I wrote it as a movie script, and then I was having all these problems getting the, I might as well say, getting the money for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive to film, just like it is expensive to comics as well.
Mm-hmm.
But getting actors and just getting a crew together to get the movie done was becoming too troublesome. So I just was like, you know what? Let me just start off what it originally was as a comic, because people were saying like, oh, this reminds me of a comic, or da, da, da. And, I mean, they saw the comic elements even in the movie script that I wrote. So I brought it back to what it originally was, and you know, it's gained more attention with it being a comic than it did as a film. And now people see it as a comic, they're like, oh,
you need to make this into a film.
Make this into a film. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. When I was trying to make it into a movie, make it into a comic. And then when I was trying to make it into, when I made it into a comic, oh man, this needs to be on film, man. This needs to be animated. This needs to be animated. I'm like, man, where was y'all at when I was trying to do this?
Right. But, so you know what? The good thing about it is they just want to let you know that they'll be there when you're ready to make the film. So yeah, they just want to let you know they got you right now.
Exactly.
You know, to make that film.
And I'm a nostalgia, so I like comics myself, man. So I kind of did it for myself and for those who still love it, and you know.
And there's still a big world out there, man. People may think that, you know, comics are you know, lost, or, you know, that they ain't around anymore, or whatever, but they still here.
It's at an all-time high, man.
All-time high.
At an all-time high for indies. Because the big three, you know, they're doing their thing, but a lot of people are looking for the new it with the indie comics. You know, it's a lot of us out here that are doing our thing on our own, man. You know, it's a few of us in our own little bubble. That, you know, we're making some moves out here. We're making some waves, and we're putting out quality material. It's not just me. So
now talk about who else is in, because we were talking earlier before the show started about because there's a lot of people involved, you know, with this comic. And for me, looking at it, looking through it, peeling through the pages, you know, the pages are great quality. The color's great that it's printed on. This ain't just no regular paper that you got from, you know, Staples or whatever. It's a good grade of quality paper, and it looks great, you know, the print. But then also, it looks like a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's even with a film or with a TV or anything, someone would think, just like, maybe not everybody, at least me, I would think that it would be easier to do the film, or, you know what I'm saying, or do a TV show. But even this, with the quality that's in it, brother, that look like a lot of work.
You and me both, man. It took, I think me and Jimmy, I wrote out everything, got the characters done and all that. I think it took me and Jimmy, every bit of 3 years nonstop to start on this.
Sheesh.
It's a strange story though. Like, I don't know. This has been like probably the hardest year for us individually.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
he moved away, I moved away. He's married. He has a newborn. He's been out of country twice. This is all since like last summer, last summer, like last August.
All this was about a year ago.
Wow.
So we started when we first started to say, okay, we're gonna put out this zero issue just to get.
I like that too, because it was, you know what I'm saying, the zero as opposed to starting with one.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, starting with zero. That's dope.
And that's another thing why we started with the zero issue, because we wanted to give people a chance to introduce these characters without having to start from origin stories, because no one really likes origin stories. Nobody likes
except for Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood likes origin stories because that's their way to make money for the sequels. Shout out to Hollywood.
Right, we ain't got that paper to just throw out and be like, all right, we just gonna do this and then we're gonna do three more of them.
Right, we don't have the time or the paper to do an origin story for everybody. So what we did with Zero Issue was kind of threw everybody out there to give everybody an introduction of all these characters that are going to be involved. And so that's where that idea came from. And me and Jimmy kept going back and forth on how we were going to do it. And like you said, it was about a year of just nonstop. And we had to work through all our, like you said, he moved, I moved. He had life-changing events. I had life-changing events. I mean, it's just been a grueling process. But, it's a learning process. And it was an experience that I would never, ever regret again. But as far as the people that are involved, first of all, I have to shout out to my lead character design guy.
Yeah.
Take a look at all these credits.
Yeah, we're going to put you in the credits.
We're going to put you in the credits.
That's what I'm talking
We're
about.
going to give everybody their just due. First guy is Wellington Nomo. He's a talented artist out of Dominican Republic. Oh, I keep saying that.
Yeah.
But he did majority of the character designs, and shout out to another talented artist who's also has a book coming out, Anthony Piper.
Okay.
Yeah, he did a lead design on one of my favorite characters that's in the book, Litany. He did that design. Anthony has a book coming out, Trilogy. I'm not sure when it's coming. I'm thinking it's hopefully sometime this summer, because he's a big part of the indie movement as well. Philip Johnson, our panelist, panel design, the panel artist. He is just, Phil is amazing with the artwork. I mean, the energy that he brings with his artwork is just
make sure y'all watch the live video, because we doing photos and showing y'all some exclusives.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These breathtaking photos.
It's Phil.
This is Phil artwork. I mean, as you see, his artwork just popping out the pages sometimes. I mean,
man, they done took some, you know what I'm saying, some horror, some urban, some manga, and made it look sexy.
Our idea is to put characters of black culture into stories that we're not accustomed to seeing ourselves in. We always see ourselves in one light, but I always want to put us in the light that we're not used to seeing ourselves. And
make it look good. You know what I'm saying? Make it look presentable, give it some integrity and respect that it deserves. And it's not just this, just regular, or whatever we think that it would look like, but it also looks like something where you could have some respect for it and say, you know what, this looks dope. Or not think, that's just some black folks that put that together.
Exactly.
You see this and you're like, man, who put this together, man? Word,
And I wanted to be transcendent to where, not only is it proud for my own, but I wanted to be proud for others to read into it, to where they forget that a black guy did this, or these are black characters, because we have to forget about that when we look at Spider-Man, Superman, and Batman. We have to forget about what the characters look like and just enjoy the story.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I wanted to do that with them, and to show that we can do that with all type of backgrounds. Not only do I have black characters, I have Asian characters, I have Native American characters, I have white characters. Latino, like
everything.
We have them all, because the world is just bigger than one race. There's one race, and that's the human race, and that's the whole gist of where the name Gumbo and Giallo all come from. Well, Giallo is...
I was just about to ask that. Yeah, what was that?
Okay, so definition time.
There we go. Yeah.
Giallo it's an Italian word that pretty much means yellow, but it is also a word for a film genre that is a horror film genre that is Italian, and it's really the birth of the start of your slasher movies that came over in America. Like before there was Jason or Michael Myers, anything like that, there were Giallo films.
Y'all schooling me on some now.
Giallo films done by
about to have my popcorn time jumping.
Yeah, done by your pioneers like Mario Brava, Argento, and all them.
He's probably the biggest one.
Yeah, he's probably the biggest one, Argento, and they started the whole super gory type of movies, and my uncle, shout out to him, my uncle Red, he pretty much introduced me to these type of movies as a kid. I don't know if I was supposed to be watching them, but he had every B movie there was. I think my uncle had the biggest library of films that I've ever seen, even bigger than the public library. I mean, from top to bottom, basement all the way to the top floor, he had movies.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he introduced me to those type of movies, and those movies actually paved the way for what Gumbo is now. And I mean, not only just B movie, horror movies, B movie, film noirs, like your old gangster Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney type movies. That's what Gumbo is. It has all those elements in those film noirs, the Giallos, the urban. You have your Menace to Society element to it. You have your Boys in the Hood element to it, and then you have your Michael Myers element to it.
Yep.
People are going to wonder, how does that all work? Well, if you look at Gumbo, you're going to see how it all
goes in, and it doesn't take away from one. One doesn't take away from the other. So it's not this. What is going on? It's confusing. It blends. You know what I'm saying? Gets all together. Marries all together.
It's like eating a bowl of gumbo.
It's all this goes together.
It's not gonna be like, oh, I taste too much of the crab. No,
you
taste just enough of the crab just to get the sausage there and do the sausage in there. You want to get the roux right, so I mean, it's all gonna come together, And the gumbo is also a ode to the South because it takes place in the South. Most of the characters are Southern characters, which is another thing that I wanted to shine a light on. We wanted to shine a light on the AT aliens, the New Orleans, the Florida people, the Alabama people, all the South, man, because
it's got that grit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Southern down home feel to it. I
that
mean,
flavor,
even the dialogue and all of that, everything is going to be, it's going to feel authentic.
Now, also, Janethia says she got her 0 issue and it's dope. You guys make sure that everyone that's watching, if you definitely need to get your copy of it. And we're talking with the guys that are behind Giallo Gumbo. Giallo Gumbo, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Bang! That took manga, horror, urban, you know what I'm saying, crime, mystery, and Italian 20th century literature and made it look sexy. You know what I'm talking about? So make sure you guys are logging on. Now, what's been the reaction, now that because I know you guys are just, on the height of getting it out there and right at the start of this aspect of, getting it out there and presenting it to the people. But, for the people that, have seen it and starting to read it, the fans or the marketing that you guys are doing online with the photos, and people are starting to see some of the images and whatnot from it. What's been the reaction from it so far?
Believe it or not, man, well, maybe you will, maybe you won't, but it's been overwhelmingly positive. Everyone is just, they're embracing it. I was surprised because, I didn't know what people would think. As far as, anytime they see a black creator do something, they feel like it has to be just this overly, I guess, ghetto type of vibe, and it's not that. It has those elements in it, but it's just not that.
It's a balance. You know what I'm saying? It's not you just throwing it out there.
Something that was a reflection of where, because we both grew up where we grew up. We both from the hood. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you have to present everything in a sense of, I don't even know how to even put it, because that's just how they always tried to box us in. So.
But and it's like people used to always say. I used to remember the the saying that everybody from the hood ain't hood. You don't have to be hood. You know what I'm saying? Like you could come from there and not necessarily quote unquote have that same lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You can be engineers or, you know, aeronautics or, you know, have a conservatory or, you know, go on to own, you know, be a media mogul or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And not have that stigma like you're just going to stay there and do that for the rest of your life and nothing else. Even those that do, that's great for them as well, because again, you have to have a balance. There has to be one to have the other. So you got to have somebody that's hood to notice that somebody that's not hood, and then you got to have they both go together, you know. So it's good that people can see that, kids can see what you guys are doing and say, man, what, you know, he came from the hood and he did that. Word, okay, cool, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? And that was the whole point, I think. And I could be wrong, but there may have been some things that you guys saw that that said, you know what, I want to do this. And then somebody along the way made you know that was possible, because there may have been somewhere where you thought that it wasn't possible for you to do that, but there had to be somebody that came along that you was like, you know what, I can do that. Or they at least told you, hey, look, you know, you can do it. You know,
I'll tell you who the first to do it that really showed me that it could be done. It was honestly John Singleton. John Singleton is from the hood.
Yeah.
He put out, when he put out Boys in the Hood, he put out a quality film about where he grew up at. And, you know, I remember seeing that as a kid. And that's another thing with Gumbo. Gumbo is definitely film influence, and people will be able to see that it is once they turn the pages.
He even called, he said, hey man, that's the feature presentation.
Yeah.
Like what's the crazy thing about it, like
I love that movie too, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like little hidden stuff we been putting in the book, and I never thought nobody would notice.
Right.
And then we posted one of our characters last night. It was Bishop Damu.
Yeah, Bishop Damu.
Because of Easter, and I ain't gonna talk about Damu today. But
We
and
gonna
he
talk
was like,
about
"Hey
Damu.
man, that's the dude from Tales from the Hood." And we never thought that's exactly who he used to be.
Wow.
That's exactly who the character is influenced by. You know, different type of character, but still, you may not know, the lead character Pavi is Herb Girl. She's influenced by my wife. That you see right there that
that's
my
what's
wife
up.
was wearing
You know what
that
I'm saying?
exact same outfit.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that people, you know, they've never seen a character in a dashiki before. You know, and that's something
not in anything like this. They might, you know what I'm saying?
Not in a manga at all. You know, and that's another thing what we wanted to do with the characters. We didn't want to give them all uniforms. Like, you know the Spider-Man costume, you know the Batman costume, you know the Superman costume. You know, make them feel like they're real, authentic people. But and that was what one of the reviewers said. He said, "Man, it has realistic value to it until you read the fantastic elements to it. You know, when you read the magic to it." That's where, you know, you're not really reading something real, but it feels real when you first read it until you get involved. And that was my main thing. I just wanted the characters to feel very authentic.
Dope. I mean, and they do. Like, one thing that I was, oh wow, Mr. Pookie, man, y'all check out Mr. Pookie.
Can't tell by looking, but this may be the darkest story.
Yeah.
He might be the darkest character.
He might be.
Wow.
Even dark, I think darker than Whitney too.
And that Mr. Pookie probably is one of my favorite characters story wise, because well, especially with any artist can probably relate to him. You know, as an artist, as a creator, anybody can relate to him. You know, I won't talk too much about why you can relate to him, but believe me, you will probably be able to relate to him. Wow. If you are a creator and you ever struggled with a creation that you made,
that's creepy,
and trying to deal with a big wig company, you can relate to Mr. Pookie.
Now, for one thing I was remembered,
like I wanted to bring something so different that hasn't been done. So, like I said, when the characters tell their stories, they tell their stories from a biased standpoint. You know, some of them may lie, some of them may tell the truth, some of them may just, you know, confess some things that they may not even tell the character, but the reader knows it all.
Wow.
You know?
Now, also, what I want people to know as well is, because again, it's a comic, it's a manga, but there's also a digital aspect to it, and the digital. You guys took it up a whole nother notch with the digital aspect.
With the brainchild.
Now, normally when you hear digital, you think, oh, digital just means I can access it on my phone or I can access it digitally or whatever. But you guys actually created an experience digitally for people to check out.
The digital is different because it actually has the music embedded into it. We have a soundtrack. It's being done by Wade Brown. Features Trans Lee. I think Malik's gonna get on there.
Yep,
Malik Watts, yeah.
Malik Watts, he's on there.
Like this is what you hear now is playing from the actual digital on my iPad.
This is on the iPad, playing from his iPad from a PDF file.
You probably ain't never seen that before, but
Never.
it is coming.
Not in your life.
It's coming more and more and more. You know, we're trying to get people, because it's a lot of people that don't like digital, like people like me, who still like holding their books in their hands.
Yeah.
People like Jimmy, who's trying to get me into the future world. Like, man, digital is the way of the world, and you know me, I'm still.
Yeah.
I like nostalgia. I mean, I like nostalgia too, but like, well, actually,
wow.
Look, can we do this for the podcast?
Yeah.
Tell them about the. Can we take
Now let's talk about. With the soundtrack, we also mentioned a couple people, but let's talk about that the part in the soundtrack that you were talking about, because I want to play it. I want you guys to talk about it, and then I want us to introduce it, and then we'll put it in there.
Okay, cool.
Some of the biggest things about Gumbo is that it's like we together, man. You know, he's creative. He goes, I'm just trying to make it presented in a way that's not been presented by Marvel or DC. I'm not gonna say three. I'm calling out names. Yeah, but. We have a VR video. It's actually on the Gumbo page, Read Gumbo on Facebook. It's VR. Marvel hasn't done it yet. DC hasn't done it yet. The big studios, they have way more money than I ever have, but they haven't done it yet. We're the first one to do that. The audio and the PDF in the digital version, we're the first ones to do that I know of. I haven't seen a comic or a graphic novel, or I haven't seen a coloring book or nothing that would have had music soundtrack. So Joe had this dope soundtrack that the homie Wade put together, man, and it's great.
Wow, shout out to Wade, man. What's one of the songs featured on there?
Well, the first song that people are going to hear is "Gorgeous Facade." That is singing the chorus, but he actually has Gypsy Soul. She's amazing singer, man. Has an amazing voice. She actually is going to be doing a lot of. She's actually a R&B diva, and that's who's going to be doing a lot of her singing. Gypsy, "Gorgeous Facade." We're gonna get that. That's gonna be dropping real soon. But for now, and then we also have the first single, which is "Free Food." That's Wade. It's been I don't know, man. Wade, he's
singer vitamins.
Yeah. Let me tell you, we had a at the Straight to L, and Wade was there to just support the artists and whatnot. And come holler and say something to the people. So he came out there, man. He did a quick little singing, and man, every time Wade starts singing, everybody that was in there, people that wasn't even really paying attention to the cipher, or they may have been getting a drink in the back, start singing. Everybody turned around and they're looking dead at him. They're like, "Yo, who is this?" And he got the singing, man. I'm talking about
And I'm not a singer. I'm not a musician, but they all sing. Mm-hmm. Wade is honestly one of the most talented brothers of music I've ever. The dude can sing, and the boy has bars.
Yeah,
he has bars. His singing element and his bars,
and the raw bars, man.
And shout out to Trans Lee, who's also from shout out Trans Lee. He blessed his
when the artwork, the music, everything blends together. It has a real soulful feel. It's kind of like I'm telling you, like this book.
You can get lost in that thing,
It might
man.
say people's fashion sense. I'm talking like everything feel good at the end of the day.
Yeah,
absolutely,
man. I
man.
don't want to hurt nobody after hearing the Free Food song. I feel like, man, I just want to go out
for him to do the soundtrack, and he was like, "Man," I'm like, well, go ahead and do it. First song he did, he played it for me. I was like, man,
that's it.
That's it. That's what it
is, man. I mean, powerful, to take people somewhere, and that's why I like the fact that not only whatever you want to call it, that they can read it, but then it's also digital, and then both are gonna take you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the whole point of, you know, why we go and get away for a little bit. But you can get lost literally in, you know, the pages, you know what I'm saying, or in the from so all that, you know what I'm saying, because in going to this world of, again, this is 0 issue Giallo Gumbo, and it like, man, you know what I'm saying, like, man, I have to take a break, like, woo.
That's the goal, man. That's the goal.
Yeah.
The moment we're here for as long as, you know, as long as I'm able to ride them.
Now, where can both the book and the digital?
Okay, the book and the digital, that's a whole story in itself. But illustrated stories, you had certain ages. The golden age is probably like the pretty much the 90s when you had all X-Men and all the Spawns and all that. Everything was big. So now we're in a new age. We're teaming with a lot of guys like Winston and Craig and Donnie Franks, and we got basically we're a publisher now. So
That's not just Gumbos. You got Legend of Pinky. You have what is it, Reform? Dr. Winston down in Houston.
And it's CarbonAgeComics.com.
CarbonAgeComics.com. View of the digitals are for sale too. The physicals on there. You buy the physical, the music. So
yeah.
We got some things working, and you know.
When is the first event that we're gonna have like a live, I don't know, presentation or a live digital version with some gumbos? I need that. I want to watch it like on a big screen. Give me a nice wife out and just chill. You know.
We actually talked about that for we're gonna do a book signing event coming up here. Having a gumbo served there is also So instead of dinner and a movie, we might have like a book and a movie.
Tell them make up a good old pot, and you know what I'm saying. Have everybody come in there and do some free food. Have Wade Brown come in there and you know do his thing.
Like about that.
What? Right.
Especially if you got your boy Wade serenading some flowing for him under that, man. But yeah,
absolutely,
definitely got something in the works on that. Me and Jimmy been talking about that for what, like a few months.
Those out there listening, check it out. You can go to Instagram.com. It's Gallio, GIA.com. Just read Giallo Gumbo. Giallo Gumbo. So check this out. These are not your normal superheroes. This is not. They're melanoids.
Yeah, melanoids, eccentric melanoid characters.
Eccentric, yeah.
You know, it's really creative. You had to compare this to, I don't know, there's other comparisons.
Well, he had a good, you know, Tales from the Hood,
you can throw even a little Twilight Zone in there.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, definitely Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Man, see, that's what I'm saying. I've been a geek all my life.
See, I'm not actually the prototype. See, I'm the first. See, now, I'm going to say this. So check this out. I am a prototype blur. I am like one of the rich and to wear tuned t-shirts and cover t-shirts. All that stuff y'all doing now is because of me and my struggle. I wasn't cool with y'all doing now and these backpacks and weird stuff.
Hipsters now.
Hipster stuff. I was doing it when it wasn't cool. So
I hung with who I hung with, but I was the oddball of even who I hung with. You know what I mean? So as the guy, he ain't lying, man. Like before, there was no avenue for us until what I say maybe was it 2017. So yeah, I say about 07, 08.
Yeah,
that's when things started to kind of change a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't cosplaying back in the day.
Nah,
come on.
Now it shout out to the cats who are real.
Yeah,
I mean, we're out here.
Okay,
they're more open now. You know,
they're definitely more open now, more accepting to us now, and it's you know, it's a point in time where you had to act a certain way to be accepted. Right. And, you know, like me and you talk to the blurs, we could talk to the I guess hoodlums.
Both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, adults as well, but more importantly, the kids that's going to see that can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Or can relate to this guy. Like, sports, it may be art, it may be singing, it may be, you know, dancing, it may be, I don't know, creating cars or something that they can relate to and that they can see themselves as being. You know, like, okay, I can relate to that guy. I can be that guy. I've never seen nothing like this. Like, I always knew, you know, it couldn't be the only one on X-Men or this or that. This is that corner of the universe that they never talk about. Like, they act like it don't exist, so it's there.
They do now. I think the black sit, but they're not using. They're not using
us to tell the story. They're not using us to tell the story.
Don't get me wrong. You know, that's cool. And all.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you get with us? It doesn't come from the authentic place, but it doesn't come from the heart. I can tell. I know. Many other of us can tell as well, because no matter what it may be, you know, just a street lit type of tale, whether it's that.
Some big company conglomerate, the big three doing it is they gonna go on Google and look up the directions for gumbo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna call up grandma measurements. You put okay. I got to put the oven at 350. I got to do this. I got to do that. Nah, y'all they just
that lets you,
know what I'm saying?
How real it is.
Yeah, man, we don't need no recipe book like no recipe, nothing. You just do it all from memory.
I mean, we come from a real place. They come from real people.
That's
my personal life, it's the fantasy elements in it, but they come from a real place.
Ain't nothing wrong with alternative facts. That's all good. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Guys, tell them once again where to pick up the comic, where to pick up the story, where to connect the social media. This.
Read the book. Read the book. Read the book.
Yeah.
Carbon Age popular, the most updated. I mean, it's Instagram love has been. Thank everybody who follows us and watches. And
support.
My phone is like notification.
I appreciate my phone, but I appreciate all the love. Don't stop.
Yep. Keep it going, man. And for those of y'all that want to see stuff like this, or you've been talking about it, is that opportunity to support it. You know, it starts with 1, and then there's 5, and and more and more and more. We got to act like kids. When we were kids, we had something new. We told everybody. We went to school. We gonna check this out. You heard a couple people, whatever. We don't have that same enthusiasm. But if we were a kid, share it like you're a kid, like it's your.
And I ain't talking about no Marvel. We're independents. Carbon Age, we're an independent company. Yeah. We're independent black creators. Don't be calling the phone and you be seeing us on a billboard in New York or the next big
with Mikhail, Sebastian.
Shot Mikhail was that like at the Lux.
No, got the Nicholas. I mean, it's a couple of them, man.
Johnny Frank, man, we got.
That's gangster.
His name is Django, and it came out like 4 years before Django did. It's about a slave.
Django, but older than Django.
Older, predates.
We have these stories, but they're not. They don't have an avenue. They don't have.
And getting that word out to
get the word out.
They've known it existed, but it's now that time to let people on the real scale. People have been dreaming about it, or in their mind. And I really appreciate you guys coming by to otherwise I wouldn't have known. You know what I'm saying? Like getting with Jimmy, and I'm like, yo, Jimmy. And when he told me, he said stuff and whatnot. Because I saw the stuff online or so he's like, I'm gonna send you a couple things. I said, all right, cool. He said, nah, you're not ready. Just wait. And so I had to mentally, I literally looked at my phone. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But it's because if he telling me I ain't ready, I don't want to just jump off the edge. You know what I'm saying? Be like, what? Be lost. So and really get lost in this, man. And man, you guys y'all working with, man, keep it up on what's going on and whatnot, and whatever we can do to talk we can talk about it, and do whatever to get people, and especially if y'all gonna have some gumbo in the building. Yeah, it is.
We might start doing a comic book, like really studying panel and teaching kids how to.
We gotta come here, Mario, and the whole Maitland Conservatory staff and everybody. I hate that I say it's 5 years, right?
Yep, 5 years. Man. 5 years. And I'm after the show as well, because that. Also, you guys, this is